Hello all and welcome to another Kevin Entertainment video. It's Art here, finally back after coming down with some sort of bug or illness with the video first impressions and where I think the season's going to go for Season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, starring Anson Mount, Rebecca Romaine, Ethan Peck, and many, many more. What a great show it is. It's finally a true ensemble Star Trek. They, of course, lead off in the first episode with the conclusion and part 2 of the cliffhanger of Season 2, which is hugely important. And it's handled well. They deal with the gore and all that jazz. It's handled well. Special effects look amazing, out of this world great. Then they kind of go a little goofed. And I think they goofed big time by making a Star Trek reference to an omnipotent being. You all know who that, if you're a Star Trek fan, you all know who that omnipotent being is. It was a little bit of a snafu, in my opinion, because we know that omnipotent being doesn't show up until the Captain Picard TNG era. But once you realized what was going on, it was a good episode from that point out. But because we didn't realize what exactly was going on, it was a little sketch, shall we say, a little disjointed. It kind of felt like a little bit of the singing episode, but not quite. The harmonic singing episode, but not quite. Because at least that was somewhat explained. And that was a little bit made out of fun. This was kind of made out of trying to ham-fist a creature who wasn't in this era to be in this era, and so that's where you lose me in that respect. But where do I think the series is the season's gonna go for Season 3 to lead into Season 4, I believe. And I believe Season 5 is the final season, I think, or Season 4 is. I know they've announced that we're getting at least one more season after this season. I think we're going to see some more character growth for Uhura. I think we're going to see Uhura take on the classic Uhura hairdo. That's for that character alone. I think we're going to see Pike grow into an even better hero. I think you're going to see Montgomery Scott grow into the flagship Starfleet engineer that we know him to be. I think you're going to see Nurse Chapel become a fixture and more of a head nurse. I think you're going to see Spock become more of his own. I'm kind of wondering how they're going to eventually write out number 1, because we know that Spock, during James T. Kirk's time on the Enterprise, is the first officer, and we know James T. Kirk and Spock become great friends. We know that. We know that's where that's leading. So it's going to be fun how that melts into that. Whether we get 4 or 5 seasons, it's yet to be seen. It does say 5-year mission on the Strange New Worlds intro, so hopefully we get 5 seasons. Don't know. I think it's only 4, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up, and I don't have my phone near me to look it up right at this moment. But I will say this. I will say that whatever happens, it's worth watching because it's one of the best Star Treks created this side of TNG. It's still not the best. If I was to rate them, it would be DS9, TNG, Enterprise, Voyager. Then you've got, actually I'd go Enterprise, Lower Decks, Voyager. Then I would go Strange New Worlds, TOS. Then I would go Discovery down at the very bottom. Because Discovery is just disjointed, wonky, and not written in the right way. I am not a detractor of Disco. I do think it's the Michael Burnham, Mary Sue, but that's for another video. We can dissect the Star Trek canon later. I think the Strange New Worlds season is going to go fun places. I think we're going to see Ortega become a more integral part of the crew. I think we're going to see what leads Pike to become the wheelchair-ridden Starfleet officer that we know him to be. That man cannot escape a bad fate in whatever timeline he's in. The Kelvin timeline, he's in a wheelchair and eventually kaputted. And of course, in the Prime timeline, whether it be the Roddenberry timeline or this timeline, which is supposed to be Prime timeline as well, he ends up in a chair and badly wounded. He speaks with beeps and boops. That's why my friends and I call him Captain Beep Boop, because that's basically what he becomes. Beep once for yes, boop for no. So it's beep boop, and that's not to make fun of him, but it's like the minute I found out about that in Discovery, in whatever season of Discovery he was in, I just started laughing because I'm like, this poor guy can't catch a break. He cannot catch a break. He is one of the most, let's face it, he's one of the most heroic Starfleet officers there is, and he cannot catch a break. So I intend that we will see him barreling on into that, whether that rolls up number one in that, or his love interest, the other captain, in that. We'll have to wait and see. But it's certainly going to have something to do with it. Spock, we know is going to be fine because he becomes the first officer. Dr. M'Benga will be replaced by Bones. So at some point, I would think Dr. McCoy would make an appearance. If not this season, the next season. I look for Dr. McCoy to make at least an appearance so we can see a timeline, continuity, and breadth of timeline. And I think Dr. M'Benga will either be killed in action or he will go into Starfleet medical teaching. Because the thing with Strange New Worlds is they have to wrap it up to where it leads into TOS. That's the excitement and the danger of dealing with a show like Strange New Worlds. You're dealing with a time frame that hasn't been fully fleshed out yet, so you can play with it, but you have a finite endpoint. You have finite things that have to happen in the timeline. You have those finite things. You have that finite bridge. You have the fixed points in the timeline, as Doctor Who would say. You have those fixed points that must be played. So that's why I'm looking so forward to seeing it. Now, whether Akiva Goldsman and Alex Kurtzman actually do that and fulfill it is far way yet to be seen. It's far way yet to be seen. But that is the task ahead of them. Is they've either got 1, 2, or 3 seasons to explain all of this and get the groundwork that we know and love laid down, and have Strange New World end in a satisfactory conclusion. So with that said, let me know in the comments down below if you guys are watching Strange New Worlds, and where you think the season and the show is going to wind up going this year and beyond. Let me know that in the comments down below. But until next time, normally, you know I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, please ding the notification bells to be notified when I upload a video. That schedule will, of course, return next week, now that I'm actually getting above board and healthy. But until next time, I can't really do it. Let me try. My fingers can't really do it. I'm going to try here. Yeah. It's about the best I can do. Live long and prosper. Until next time, I'll see you again soon. And peace.